Drain Off 2 welcomes you to the Adrienne Arsht Center Performing Arts for Piano Slam 5, y'all!
Evolution, revolution, it is an evolution. The magic is in the snap, balled in the rhythm of it. It's the smell of churros being sold on highway corners and city intersections. It's the green juice from the lime hanging from his hands on a hot day, while oranges are screaming to be sold and cool water's being offered up, and you pass by thirsty thinking, should I buy it? Damn, should I buy it? It's a kaleidoscope where hues of blues are reasons for the seasons of moonbeams that shone things so clearly that you can see any and everything in it. Yeah. It showcases half-naked models, skinny and full-bodied, Tony, smiling faces that lead to mysterious places that make you want to do a drive-by to a venue you've never heard of, to a street you've never seen, but yet you want to get there, and you take an inner or outer loop. You take a street taxi, a water taxi, one or two buses like a zombie on a mission. You jump into a chimney that's full with no seats, take the tri-rail or high rail, still not comprehending it but wanting to be there. You're smelling it, you want to feel it, you're just gotta have it. Oh, you're scratching deep now, deep, digger, deeper, deeper, until you're scratching up a new skin in this city, this new world order, and the people, clap, clap. Woo, the people, venga contigo, I am the changa, besa mi yeah. And the wonderment of it, the birds and the bees, the cats and the dogs all speak multi-languages of Portuguese, Spanish, Creole, French, Swahili, Gullah, and Seminole. And believe it or not, they speak English just like some of you, so they turn their heads to the side, trying to decipher which way to digress as they translate while birds of Hitchcock sit on live high wire, moving in syncopated motion every morning, noon, and night as they have church on the daily. Look, look, look! Up in the sky! It's a plane! Nah! Look, 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 look! Up in the sky! It's Superman! No, it's the birds! My body, my soul, this place so sacred, I feel it, but I cannot comprehend it. They feel it too, wanting to come to its shores for freedom. They come by 1, 2, 3 or more, jumping into its waters, swimming, screaming, floating, praying, crying, drowning, dying for freedom. It is Miami. Miami is me. To some, it's a vibrant city. To others, it's a county. Shoot, to many, it's a whole country by itself. Breathe it. Inhale it. Can you feel me now? Me. Yeah.
once resembled my pulse, my heartbeat your rhymes, but it seems one of our rhythms has altered with time. I remember when you were devoted to the love and the lyrics, but now you're just down for whatever makes millions. Call me a sellout, a traitor, disloyal. Our love ain't the same. Your groove has been spoiled. See now, I may not love Chief Keef the way he loves Sosa, but that don't make me no less of a musical connoisseur. Cause when Common and Badu were big, my love it was sure. Those stormy Miami nights, I lock in my room and vibe a Tribe Called Quest and some of Pac's best, just to feel alive. Tell me, how can our symphonies remain intertwined when you call me a bitch in every other line? How do I still love your bars and your flows when all you have to talk about is money and groupies who follow you home? What happened to the struggle, the love, and the people? Now it's just that mud, bottles, and foreign vehicles. You woke up in a new Bugatti? Well, I woke up stuck in the 90s where I was encouraged to keep my head up, not to drop it low. Our bond was once poetic and true. However, the new you has left my melodic brain a dull black and blue. Wounded and tone deaf, my heart set on mute, lost in the real world in search of something new. I was Jordan and you were Pippen, but now you ain't with me shooting in the gym. You out here pump faking, trying to fit in. You ain't got no worries, but believe me, I do. I'm worried I'll never be returned, the real soul for you.
Can you feel the music in your veins, calling you out and healing your pains, telling you now so you can regain the feeling of Miami in its harmonious way? I have felt the surge of power inside, controlling my body, corrupting my mind, like a soulful virus locked up inside, chained up and surrendered by rhythmic ties. It's normal, you see, to be how you be, cause the air you breathe contains lyrical beats. Music in Miami is a melodious disease that you can't cure or even try to treat. It unlocks your souls and fools your emotion. It manifests in your brain and your deepest devotion. It holds you down so you can't escape. It bites at your heart until it's too much to take. I need to breathe. It seems that music has affected me. I can't stop singing or moving my feet. It seems that music's also cerebral disease. I can hear the rhythm that's coming from the keys, but I'm not myself because it's changed me. Music in Miami, it's magical, you see. Filling my head with voices of creativity, or maybe that's just the music talking.
Swollen with child, her constant pulse is anything but wild. It is the music of my mother, my first lullaby. It resonated within me, enfolding the rhythm itself inside my undeveloped heart. It set a new pace. We became a duo. A soft throbbing, like the soft beating of casks, echoes throughout her womb. I am one with my mother because of the mixtape of life.
It all started on a cold, toneless night. I was slipping off the edge of loneliness when the first sound drifted into the room. Followed by many others, they formed a melody as they tried to control me with their seductive notes. At first, I had qualms about listening, but unable to resist, I allowed the composition to caress my skin, spreading warmth through my body as I gave in to the beautiful noise. After the first penetration, I could not get enough, for music had filled my heart and soul, carrying me on a wave of pleasure to another dimension, taking me to a lyrical side of heaven. As it left, it planted the seed of desire into the womb of my mind. My ears were no longer virgins, and they knew that nothing else could make them feel this way, except for the rhythm and rhyme they craved. And so our relationship became an obsession, with time disappearing as I counted the seconds until our next session. But we are always interrupted by the interludes of the outside world, as I tried to sneak a few moments of poetic ecstasy into my life. We moved in a unison of natural harmony, while music sensation was surrounding my head, and I just couldn't get enough. It began to control my mind, thoughts, and action, as I became desperate for an encore of satisfaction. Our affair opened my eyes to its different genres and variations, as I flirted with rap, lusted after the blues, danced the salsa and samba while dodging the cues. For I wasn't ready for the finale. I didn't want it to end yet. I wanted to hold on to the upbeat tempos that pounded into me like a second heartbeat, and the soft, gentle keys that traveled down my body as they made love to my ears. I wanted to feel that euphoria so much that I needed to hear it every day. And so my love affair of music plays on.
Mine eyes have seen the coming, coming, coming. Mine eyes have seen the coming, and no, not of the Lord. You don't want to know what mine eyes have seen. Mine eyes have seen our senior citizens living in homeless shelters and nursing homes with little or no visits, knowing that they had lots of children who have disposed of them like old toilet paper flush. Mine eyes have seen women and children begging just for a little piece of something to eat, and you, you stuff that burger in your mouth and walk on by. Mine eyes have seen strong, proud men become crippled beggars, asking for $1, a quarter, even a penny. And you pocket your wallet, you hide your money, and you act like you don't see them. Yet, you've witnessed robberies in progress, gone on CNN News talking, I don't know what happened. Gee, strange, huh? You've watched men beating women down to the ground, women beating children, children abusing dogs, and you do nothing. Well, I've decided I want to change my life. See, there's this long line that's chasing our behinds, and it has numbers and lights on it. And those numbers define our alpha and our omega, our life and our death. I'm particularly concerned about that little line in the middle because it defines who I am. I'm concerned about those words that are pinned to paper on my obituary and those scripted words that rest on my tomb. So from now on, I'm making a change in my life. I'm gonna feed the homeless. Yeah, I'm gonna give a damn. I'm gonna listen to you speak so that you don't commit suicide. I hear you. I'm gonna give you my change and give you my time. I'm gonna give you my heart. My heart. Because I love you. I love you. And we're all part of this human race.
Say no to drugs is what they told me. But when I being grown and did my own thing, the musical drug I could not resist. I simply said yes and did not insist. It felt so right in my very sight, but what a fright to not be bright. It took control and it played its role so very clear and amazed my ears. Now I just can't help it, I must push play. Let music voices sound in every way. It's every sound consoles my soul in many ways you could never know. Afraid that I just may be addicted. Must I get this drug inflicted? Ha, they warned me, war was I. Ha, and they told me, was I. They are the ones with the last laugh. They told me, but I did my own thing. I was warned since I was born. I must let it be and set myself free. With the music's beat that sounds so sweet. When my pain traps me locked in a prison, the music sound can have me arisen. The music takes me far away to a secret getaway. Now I'm sleeping all the way. This drug has got me in some kind of phase. Now every second I pray for more and let the beats and rhythm roar. Bursting out of its shell are notes, music notes that love to boast. And in my head they're screaming loud as if the sound was for a crowd. I love when music gives its cue. Rap, salsa, jazz, and all the blues. I just can't help it, I must say yes to a drug that has me blessed. The musical drug I will not resist. I simply say yes and do not insist. So I give in, willing to take the risk.
You stroll down the street listening to the beat of your feet with earbuds in your ear, and people watch and think, what does she hear? You look back thinking, what do I hear? You hear birds chirping in trees, crickets rustling in bushes, leaves crunching and crackling under your feet, cars hanging up the street, and radios blaring down the alley. You think again, what do I hear? Simple, you hear Miami. You wake up every morning listening to a new song, you focus on it more and think, to whom does it belong? And maybe Kesha or Pitbull, Pink or One Direction, Demi Lovato or Austin Mahone, The Wanted or Katy Perry. But no matter to who you listen, they all have one thing in common. They make music. The music that makes you happy or makes you sad, makes you calm or makes you mad, reminds you of somebody you love or somebody you hate. They can be your worst nightmare or soulmate. The song can also make you cry or make you smile. But whatever the reason, you just want to listen to it for a while. Music is all around us. Whether you listen to the radio, you go to the store, your phone rings, or you use a playlist blares. Music is everything from a bird's chirp and hum to an artist's melodic voice and consistent beat. Music is all around us and a part of us, no matter which part of the world we're in.
With the upbeat street tone, joy fills my bones. And as I dance to the rhythm on my feet, the blues kill me softly. I scat when my vibe ain't never flat. That old Lego tip is how I get my stacks. The urban life is all for me, born and raised on urban streets. Suckers yelling in unison about pistols and drug deals, while educated women brag about sexual skills and diet pills. The way I feel is gonna have to be billed as a duet, so don't sweat and get up, cause this hope is thirsty more hard life in the hood is a setup. Trying to keep you and your homies from getting wet up in the red and blue hell, but never let up. So I get fed up, and now I can't breathe. You bleed just how I bleed, out here on these urban streets. Ain't nothing better to do but rap on the corner, rap on the street, rap in the trap house till the police snatches me. Because we can never ever be free on these crescendo urban streets. Death has a slow tempo and moves in peace, but sometimes the Dante spirit saddens me. Seeing my homies lose their life to the cold-hearted streets. Big Twin, Trail, Rail, Zoe, and Eves, my soul cries out to hear you breathe on these urban streets.
Long days filled with teenage woes. I use my headphones to soften the blows. They transport me to a place of musical ecstasy. I am engulfed by the blissful melodies. The rhythm and tempo flows through my veins. Each new beat seems to wash away the pain. Hidden emotions evoked by the harmony. Music is the release that sets my feelings free. Long days filled with struggle and strife. I find hope in my headphones. Music gives me life.
Music make you lose control.
There's music here. Don't you hear it in the air? There's music here. And it blares and blares and blares, whether it's harmonious and melodious or ominous and odious. There's music here. But you know, of course, they laugh and flip their hair, talk about, ain't no music here. Especially the old folks there talking about, what you know about it? And I'm gonna tell you, there's so many ways to go about it. You know, the rappers talking about, yo, how you flow about it? The backpackers wanna know, yo, what's the info about it? The indie kids talking about, yo, who else is in the know about it? And I'm gonna respond with just don't doubt it, because there is music here. All through my ear, with the blues in our souls, both black and white and red and brown and yellow, because we are one checkered fellow. Like the red and black squares on the wristband of her lithe guitar strumming hand, or the leopard print on her dress as the feel screams from her mouth that the lioness on stage sing her solid gold old soul out. If you can imagine the flashing aesthetic of a large dark room full of people moving and grooving to the man in the corner manipulating the metallic croons, or the air forces on the man gliding above the rhythmic pattern below as he's rocking with the beat, sharing his philosophies to and fro. There's music here. You know, it ranges, then it changes, then it whispers, then it screams, then it attacks, then it says relax. But it says all sorts of things. It destroys, then it rebuilds. But in the end, it always glistens, because though you may not see it, you will always listen to hear the music, because there is music here.
And for and. When I listen to a fantastic tune, I jump so high like I'm in Looney Tunes. The beat drops oh so smooth. It always makes me want to get into the groove. Non-stop at this hip-hop style not only has me, but everyone in denial. Surround sound speakers make the bass go boom as the words ride the beat like a witch on a broom. Music in the life, it always treats me right. If I was a boy, I'd make it my wife. Music isn't just a sound you hear on the radio. It's where you express your feelings towards something. When I hear the melody, it lets me know to feel a certain way. Once the music starts pumping and I hear the rhythm, it sends me away on a cloud. The feeling of music makes my heart sing out loud.
I'm tiptoeing through the house and watching the rhythm of my feet, a cadence of eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... But that's too fortissimo, so I walk in quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4... But then I hear a creak in someone's bed. It's my parents. I don't want them to wake up and see me trying to escape. I wanted to leave without a goodbye. Tonight, my mind is around, buzzing and humming, a monotonous drone. But my heart is its own dissonance, clashing and lacking, incomplete and harsh. It won't be harmonic if I just go and disappear, so I debate whether I should leave at all. My steps turn into beats of whole notes. 1. And then my feet are held at a fermata. There is no sound now, but I can't go. I have reached the coda, so I staccato back through the house, watching the tempo of my feet. 1. Past the kitchen. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bathroom. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Next to my parents' bedroom. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Until I'm again in my own bed and my heart has decrescendoed into a measure of comfort.
My veins vibrate as I listen to the music. My life slows down as the world moves to the beat. How can you define something that is pure emotion? As the music notes swing into my heart, beat against the concavity of my chest, I listen to the sweet melody that takes me back. I walk by the swing set, watching the little boys and girls side by side. And when the kids make fun of me, I plug in my earphones and get lost in the beat. My life is in chains as I listen to the music. Each link
rich with passion. I feel important as I listen to it. I am a fast-moving car on the expressway. I am a basketball ricocheting off the rim. I am me. I listen to the music, savoring every word. I listen to the music, relishing every symbol. I taste the percussion. I smell the melody. And once more, I am me. As the music floats into my heart, I listen closely. My life comes into perspective. I am grateful that I listen to music. I look forward to tomorrow instead of trudging through the obstacles of today.
There is a land, a peaceful land. This place has melodic streams, fruits and foods that fill your hunger for harmonies. And even the wind, the wistful wind, has its own tempo of sounds, like music from my heart, and is moving all around. Oh the joy to go to the land of music, where the unions of birds flourishes the ear, the music that I'll always hear, from flowing ballads to flowing poems, and on-point rhymes to on-point sounds. The land of music will always be my place of peace, out of bounds, just for me.
I am from beads of green and yellow, and I will never forget about the drums that beat so loud anyone could hear the cheerful sound. When I hear that beat, it flows through me like the sound of the maraca's heartbeat. The sound of the drums that fills your body up. It hits me, the boom, boom, boom of the drums fill me up with joy. Walking down Miami Beach, every person has their own beat. No matter whom you are, no matter where you're from, there's a beat inside of you. Spanish sounds of salsa and merengue, African spiritual sounds of the drums. Coming from a background of music, I'm never alone. Old sound memories, I feel at home.
You believe your veins are the chords to your life, flourishing throughout your body that remind you of a dream from the past. Sitting there thinking of what you will become, or even what will become of you. So we transition, chord strike like a sin that carries its own punishment. Transition, percussion begins like the rising of a new sun with each gesture made. Transition, woodwinds play as if they were the air we breathe in and out to spake and change the lives of poor in doubt, in heart and belief. It is a reason music plays on. Where words all fail you to express emotions, it's the start of something so deep it feels like demonic oceans of a reason to find God. It consumes you, body and soul. It's the reason not to let go. It's the sweet taste of love, the realization that something other than you is real as it increases tempo like monk temples. This is sacred. Realize that you are not alone. Chords continue to strike and harmonize as beautiful angelic voices from behind put you in a monotone, where only goosebumps are created, a sweet taste of a memory from music, nostalgia. As one will pull rose petals from flowers, it's an illusion of strong emotion, like the acoustic harmony of chills on your skin, like a dark, cold, windy night in the flourish of raindrops. Its existence can never stop. It's greater than humanity itself. It touches you. The beats, the sounds, the melody, the climax, the spirituality of music. It is its own religion. It is its own religion.
Boom, boom, boom. Bangs pounding, filled with ambitious morphine. Panic gripped into my hands, words flowing through my bloodstream. Reminiscing the rhymes from Pop, Dr. Dre, and Jay-Z. Los gritos de la ciudad de mis sueños, de Miami. A la pata, Wynwood, over town, fill the streets with shots of dominicanos comiendo plátanos on my endurance. Eating un pedazo de baleadas. The smell of gunpowder, someone touches the cold steel under his belt. A musical orchestra when bullets click, brrrr, fly. Fireworks in the air like the 4th of July. But yo, this is just so Miami, dawg. Synchronize my heartbeat with a tapping on my foot, or the the person next to me in a trance with his headphones on, listening to the latest jams in a circle of different tongues: Haitians, Americans, Dominicans, Colombians. But it doesn't matter because we're all fam, right? Spit a quick 16, break dance on a cardboard. DJ, your hands out at a party, or a portrait like a Da Vinci on the wall is all natural. Porque oye, esto es solo Miami. Auto-tune feels future voice as a car drives by with his volume on max, saying turn on the lights. But I'm not looking for her. A white castle is Miami with white horses of musical dreamland. Reggae, bachata, merengue, my favorite hip hop. The hippie to the hip hop. And music don't stop. Represent Dade County from block to block. Music saved my life, so I always give my thanks every time the beat drops. A welcome invitation, step in and watch as LeBron demolishes with the heat. It's no different from the atmosphere where poetry and music meet. But this too is just so Miami.
Music always seems to come like a thief in the night before the bass hits you in the chest like brass knuckles on mahogany wood. Meanwhile, a crawling chorus serpents its way in the small of your back, a chamber orchestra shaping Sinatra with the brim of its smile and trumpets. Trumpets that live their lives like candles in the wind, going in and out of staccato hymns, notes that stand up and out like black keys on the piano, the melody of a soaring saxophone that wraps you in its arms like the Northwest Baptist Choir early Sunday morning, a guitar that lays an acoustic hand on the nape of your neck, reassuring you like a father before the crescendo thins to air bells that do more than just ding. Each ring a former slave gone free. They can summon souls if you let them. A big horn, like the weight you've been forced to carry, and blows it out like a sin, casting it as far as the east is to the west. Instruments that play like children do, no matter how loud or low the cry, just wanting you to hear them out. Be all ears and take heed.
I think I can, I know I can, I can, I can, I think I can, I know I can. It starts with a dream. Dream D. Dig out all that negativity, move all them negative people out your life. R. Reminisce, think and remember. E. Evaluate your situation. A. Analyze that situation. M. Keep it moving. All that negativity, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're dumb. You can't do nothing. You ain't never gonna be nothing. Stop the madness. Affirmation 1, I am smart, yeah. I am intelligent, yeah. I will succeed, yeah. I can do it, yeah. I'm bad, yeah. I am my future, yeah. I succeed, yeah. I succeed! I think I can, I know I can. Woo! Thank you very much.
Put your hands together for Alizé from North Miami Middle. Next up, we got Diane. Put your hands together for Diane from Turner Tech. We got Wendell from Charles R. True Middle. Next up, we got Cherry from Ponce de Leon Middle. Round of applause for Cherry. All the way from Miami, Edison Middle. Put your hands together for Bodacious. Bodacious. Next up, we got Ashley from Central High. Then we got Miles from John Ferguson High School. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kayla from Carroll City Middle. Next up, we got Emily from Miami Arts Charter. This is Emily. Next up, we got Matthew from Richmond Heights Middle. This is Matthew. Middle School, please put your hands together for Luigi. From Madison Middle, please put your hands together for Yanisa. All the way from Homestead High, put your hands together for Melanie. All the way from Miami Jackson, a round of applause for Adrienne. And last but surely not least, all the way from Miami Lakes Senior High, a round of applause for Celestelle. Once again, please can we get a round of applause for this evening's poets? Make some noise.
At the Adrienne Arsht Center for the Performing Arts, right here in the Night Concert Hall. And I'd like to introduce you to these wonderful artists that you've been hearing tonight, in addition to all these great young poets. First of all, our musicians from Canada and from Germany, Dranoff International 2-piano competition winners, Elizabeth and Marcel Bergmann. You have heard the words of Miami, the pulse of Miami, the urban pulse of Miami. This piece, Urban Pulse, was written just for the Dranoff, and it was written by Marcel Bergmann, our composer tonight. So classical music, right? classical music and hip hop? Who weaves that? Who beats that? Who makes that happen? It's our DJ, Brimstone 127. Really, tonight we wanted every single clash, every single bang, every single boom to happen with this poetry. So we have our percussionist, Lizzie Belvan. All the movements of Piano Slam are brought to us by our wonderful dancers, Luis Cuevas, Shasha Catano, and Jose Luis Lopez, and our choreographer, all these beautiful moves for all the dancers and the kids tonight, Luis Cuevas. All the lights, all the blank, all the blips that you saw tonight by our lighting director, Corey Silverman, up in the booth. Thank you, Corey. Our poetry coach, Sekajipo. Our stage manner, Rudy Goblin. Rudy. You know, in music, in dance, in theater, there can only be one. Only one director, only one manager, only one maestro. Maestro, Piano Slam, Teo Castellanos. Teo. This has been an amazing journey for all of these artists here today to compose this music, to weave the classical music into hip hop, for Teo Castellanos to bring this all together to you with all these wonderful young poets. I don't know if you know this, but 1,300 young people across Miami-Dade County Public Schools wrote poetry. And these 17 people, these 17 young people that you see right here on the stage, they are the winners of Piano Slam. Please give them a... I know that all of you who have been sitting here tonight who've been saying, this is amazing, and this is amazing, but we couldn't do this without the people who really support Piano Slam. And first of all, that's Miami-Dade Public Schools. To have a program like this is unbelievable. I'd like to thank a few people. I would like to thank Dr. Pablo Ortiz, in the ETO office. I would like to thank Mr. Brian Patorak, and I would especially like to thank our superintendent, Superintendent Carvalho, for making sure that the art stays with us, the art stay in the schools, and that you get to see these wonderful young people up here with their music and their very own art. You know, Piano Slam is an absolutely crazy type of project, but it is a competition. These young people, they had to write about music, they had to compete on music, and they had to win. And that's why it's particularly meaningful to us at the Dranoff 2 Piano Foundation to have the most winningest sponsor in all the world, and that's our Miami Heat! So, you know, poetry. It's poetry and it's music and it's poetry and music, and we are full of poets here this evening. But our lady poet-in-chief, Shamel Jenkins. Shamel. Beautiful words, beautiful words. This whole entire project could not happen. It could not happen without the support of the schools. It couldn't happen without these wonderful young people and these very talented artists. But we would have nowhere as wonderful to do this, both for bringing all the teachers, for bringing all of the artists, for bringing the whole community to the arts. Please help me thank the Adrienne Arsht Center for the Performing Arts for this absolutely fabulous.
So now, out of 1,300 poems, middle school and high school, Miami-Dade County Public Schools, and tonight you saw all of these winners, 17 winners from Homestead to Carroll City. But we do have an opportunity to have one winner for middle school and one winner for high school. So our winner out of all these wonderful poets, every single wonderful poet that we had to work with tonight for middle school, from North Miami Middle School, Alice Davis. Alice. Ollie C. Davis, ladies and gentlemen. And for high school, in all district, from Miami Lakes Senior High, Celestelle Webster. Celestelle. Congratulations. Again, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank the Adrienne Arsht Center for the Performing Arts. I'd like to thank the Superintendent Carvalho. I'd like to thank Miami Heat because we know we're going to be #1 again. And I want to ask you one more thing. Get ready for Piano Slam